Abuja mama adwo na ma akwaba emfa umra Sedea Etea Nie dwumadie so ewo Adom TV so efam da ache hene ana ya wasante ka se dom rekisi ebu ma hene kobna asante ene yesi ohene ene boa me mada mede adwumadie yi ebrewo ene ya ba bedi enkomo no ewa kakra na ya hwe galamsey issues because on one region nkofo etu galamsey wo ho ede aniye Professor my ass want to see and ready young and crunch you and sign ya no. Ebedi sanko. Pablo, the Biaboko.
That's in Yamiado, Yamidi, Wayene. Akase Nipana, Yadegana, Shenin, Sase, or Shenon to Tunia Meji, Nagana, Fanning to my pay frano, Obey Juma, Nagana, and Yanin to my pay fra.
Oman Pinion and Addo, a Addo Asante Region. In an interview, na hosting on Ebisan Asem. Obisana issue regarding Kwabre rules our home because addition was so one Bambe road number there's a likelihood in 2024 but to Abanetiano. He gave a response to say those threats no and fighting as a president.
Your free be arrogance of power. But tick. And any public brain and no money manage to me. You know, you say power corrupts, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. It been at work for I don't know. 7 years ago, a man on Nam no stress 1 city, it will be answer. Mufambe Boameno. I not pick to me and all stress submission. Only say 7 years ago and 6 years ago. Now I can kufa the binya kuku drama answer no. Couldn't me massa response no. But today, my baby did me 2 times a year. He's not going to be on the ballot. Ni dini phone and picture needs to be him, another can needs to be him, another paper needs to be him. So and funny. 2, at 77, Akufo-Addo Ababe a billionaire. It's clearly or living a childhood fantasies and any dreams. It's a one dream. It's not to be massive responses. No. So clearly, this is a man well losing touch with the base. And arrogance, a jarring and ma. He cannot be bothered. Because Kwabre East is your strongest vote in Ashanti. The number of votes are Unyefi Kwabre East. No? It is the biggest constituency from Ashanti, amount the chunk of your votes. So if you appreciate them, and you see, Nipa de Tuabamawa, he expects to be improving upon their life. And consistently, Kwabre East have remained true to the NPP. So when they make those demands, rightly so it is within their rights. But on my penny, so the old dream on my home. Now what's in my mama? That is not the response you give. I would now when I say, oh, I'm better man this to it is one of 2 things. Either say umbuni panegu kwabre no, and clearly Akufo-Addo has exhibited say uni bubiyama kwabre for no, because they are irrelevant in the scheme of things to him. So no Akufo-Addo they kwabre for the form one year. It's saying he cannot be bothered about them. But my future me wama kwabre in mebuno. Any asante man mebuno. Eh very simple. Hwe ye to abanya so faso. To abama abanya obabe solve problems. Enya abanya obabe problem amaye. From last 2 years na mka say ya to abakwa ko yi problem. And a die so. Kufa the Ghana me no ya deswa. Eh was say the piano pa sorry. You the 4 a.m. no enya alarm clock in nya. Because of the bad state of the economy. And Nipa no responsible for some mess not the in a room. No. On the end Kasate and Ghana is a very peaceful country. Ghana is a very peaceful country because this response can lead to an uprising. Because this is not the response that people expect. And every opportunity you get, you think that you won't for anymore. It is wrong. And the Akufo-Addo must apologize for such comments no make here. No.
Is it not to say who put more votes until you,
no.
You speak the way
but
because at the same time John Dramani Mahama brand of I want him echo Kumasi in one famous kind of speech I know can work as say Kumasi for crowd would you go to cry or Mukwanyi crown pastel and so on.
It's never true. It's never true. You see, there are 3 things I'm attributing to John Mahama. But when a confirmed story. Because in 2017, I wrote a whole article on that confirmed story. You know? The other issue, yes, so also Akoko Sacha Kumai and when he made, and then the third one is I am a dead goat. In all these three statements, and as our three scenarios, see, the situations and then the whole context were different. One, Emra will make almost sure about say a confirmer fly. You know? There is no report anywhere, and I challenge anybody that under President Mama, any report that came out and said you're going to confirm a fly. It was in the studios of one of your sister stations. And one journalist, I don't want to mention his name, and make that comment. And it was a comment and then media capitalized on it. Because everything John Mahama in 2016, 2014, 2015, and so the media achieved that. Thinking that they were creating John Mahama into a monster. And the two, the statement about Akoko Sacha Kumai, President Mama was in the Asante region, he was accused of dancing with Otumfuo. And that comment was made in context, not in respect to developments. But what did we do? Once again, the media craftily explained because John Mahama, yen say no, yen tating the yen guni hufi because Akufo-Addo is so baby president 1 year in this year. And I can for ya Roma, no. And as well, there is no tape that suggests that, and I challenge anybody to produce it because that was not the statement he made. Then the third one on dead goats. You began the question, was it in Tanzania or Sehifa? And you began the question about strikes and demonstrations. And you catch it and say, every election year, workers at the strikes, any demonstrations, they demanding more salary. And our President Mama Carr said, for him, in his first 2 years as president, he's seen all the strikes and all the demonstrations that they can do against him. And he assures the good people of this country, so in election year 2016, ye borrow from the Bank of Ghana. Did that happen? Yes, ye borrow from the Bank of Ghana. 2, ye overspending your budget. We will limit ourselves to the budget. Did that happen? Yes. And then his response was that, Sisiano, Papa, you drive through. It's demonstrations, no, is
it not the same thing like Nana said?
It is not the same thing. And that he is not going to overspend. Because every election year, you make elections, no, not economy na pasa. And that is what we saw in 2012, in 2008. But in 2016, the best performing economy in 2017 was the Ghanaian economy. Because of measures that President Mama put in place, overspend. So he made a promise to the Ghanaian people, said, in every election year, governments overspend because they want to win. But me, yes, sir. Because demonstrations say, I've seen enough of it. And I will not go down that road again. Rather, no. Let them vote against me. And let me keep the economy intact for you. That is how come in 2017, under the NPP, when their budget was passed in April, May. But the Ghanaian economy was growing so fast. In 2017, all the 2 additional years was like NPP because he kept his promise to the people of Ghana.
What should the economy as it stands now? At the end of the day, you bet me I found one. You bet me a general so like you did in 2016, as you said you're working.
All time without number for a national dialogue on the economy. In 2014, 2015, we had to revise our budget twice because the inflows, IMF, no. President Mama did something, master stroke. And then because if Ghana is lucky because President John Dramani Mahama is still alive and he's still available to be president again in 2025 because of the current situation we face. And what did he do? You can't say IMF, no. One layer of finance minister, but he went for a more experienced hand who has gone through IMF programs, Pams Cardinal, Professor Kwesi and you're the leader of the Ghanaian team. But when we even announced the IMF, we had our homegrown policies already. So we came to the IMF with a program. That is how come we had that smooth sail. These guys announce almost IMF when they don't even have a program. And we are still telling them, say, let's dialogue. So but they don't have a program. But the IMF told us, when they made our approach to them, they didn't have a program. Where is the program that from the IMF? They don't have a program. They are now doing debt restructuring. They don't have a program. We went to the IMF with a program. So you go with a program, and then you can have it. The IMF doesn't give you programs. You have to go with your program. So let's see when this IMF program is going to take off. Because now they have to develop their homegrown policies. So the good news is that, and I tell Ghanaians, oh yeah, Ghana and now team in our you should be happy of one thing. Because maybe in the Ghana, Ginano, oh, to abana kwa new person, some brand president, you are mistaken because presidency is established in about a year or two. We don't have a year or two. The good news is that who will be our experience. Now we're facing such a similar situation. I was steer Ghana out of it from 2014 to 2016 to the extent that in 2017 we're one of the best performing economies. And in 2016 State of the Nation address, so very recall here, President Mama can say in 2017, these are the expectations of our economy. Every indicator we met. You know why? Because he saw the economy go through it. Today he's still alive and he knows the problem, he understands it, and he can diagnose it better and propose better solutions. And mind you, he has more credibility than Omo Mwabembuya, whose reputations are battered and tattered. President Mama is still available to make Ghana work again.
Why won't you understand, sir? External shocks. Maybe Ghana during COVID.
Okay.
Russia-Ukraine war.
Okay.
Baby, iron rods near the flan in my free.
That's nobody.
Yeah, COVID be
nobody.
Are we not agreeing, sir? The COVID be no. Economy from
the ecosystem now woman is Ghana in isolation.
No.
It's the same problem. The currency depreciation that happened in Ghana. No? The same thing that happened in Cote d'Ivoire. COVID, I hate Ghana and Kwan. Cote d'Ivoire, almost your neighbors. Togo, almost your neighbors. Burkina, almost your neighbors. There was shocks here. Either COVID by and can you na. Ebiensi Togo. Ebiensi Cote d'Ivoire. Ebiensi Burkina. So why is our situation different? Ukraine in Tokyo, Yankwan import iron rods. Togo, we iron rods or Cote d'Ivoire, we iron rods or whatever. It's the ecosystem we find ourselves in. And yet the same. I've lived in Cote d'Ivoire. I go to Togo. I know Burkina Faso. Now me here, maybe some international organization. Now me consulting more on water. Now me call Burkina Faso almost every 3 months. Apart from the artificial boundaries, no, we are one people. Why can't we admit, say, it is mismanagement of our economy? The IMF and the World Bank have told you, say, as of 2019, before COVID, your economy had been mismanaged. So why do we continue to cut these guys some slack?
But the IMF rep, no, so I can say, look, COVID, you know, and our economy.
And next time, she apologized, that she got it wrong, and then also one kind. And I'm guys, COVID is not peculiar. Say, COVID, never. I say, you're able to cause a chairman on Unquan Como a pie, and good cause it. Unquan in one, Unquan and the Comapa. So I already in the Borgana, and I can inquire in Comapa. And I began to COVID Borgana and Quan. But COVID bore yourself on any now. Why are you the worst economy in the world? Do you attribute that to COVID? I didn't know yourself on any now, our economy at a Japan Sam. Now you are saying that Ghana Krakow, Nipa saying the Kumye, Sabe. Nipa saying, and I COVID bubu mugu demo. Not sure other economies are COVID, it just so mu, essay or mine. But they are not the worst performing economies. Me say in 2019, now saying here IMF feedback, what did you hear? They were sweeping in debt, and not in debt to GDP, 104%. What were they telling us? 80%. Maybe what? IMF audit year by year. Why were they running away from the IMF? Because the IMF was going to expose us. IMF buy omuyi debt na no dia share capital say na no. You debt to GDP 104%. Na ye ti ban mu na ye ka kire mu ye minority of parliament they ka kire mu say the Kufuor administration led by Ken Ofori-Atta, who is the candidate for prison, was doing two things.
Is a candidate for prison.
Now Obana be reporting my parliament and the constitution mandates omo crimes no ma committing no. I agree with you also. By reporting my parliament the true state of the economy. Oba no age debt me with them. Now, IMF, they are the debt in Aqua. Between the IMF and the people of Ghana, who are you accountable to?
No money, candidate.
Pedri. Who could the parliament now try to rush Rome? Pedri. Hey, Massa.
A competent court is supposed to determine.
And now say, so he's a candidate. Magaze, he's a prison graduate and also prison. Or a candidate. So he has to go and justify himself. But who can Churchill Parliament of Ghana? The people who have elected you. Parliament Otimubio, ye representatives that you know. Akufo Addo Kenoforiata, accountable to me now.
Ebushia ye jina we so atwa ye ho aba ye ba galamsey ntokwa no ye ku ahemfo e na ehye kire ana asende wo se ye no ye kwa ba Ebushia ye kwa ya asen aba ye toa nkomo no so e wa ha mamisama Pablo akwaba na memisa the eastern region galamsey nie atingwa mo no mabre mu se bre mu no wontumi num bio enti ayeti a ne sa ukwa. So I think whether last week or some 2 weeks ago and show toy not the way and show a buffer Eastern region near him say and show to crown and time for nipa, but the course for Eastern region has been something else. Galamsey ni estate every more pencil very hard and under the MPP and so ababe say a kwambena was here first of all President Adikan Akwakushia National House of Chiefs and your Modim Komo the way going forward. Minister Babon Chama Yati said, I have to have a role to play. And even she be two Galamsey crowd massages I have for Nibika. Ye queen him no. DNA was here.
As for the issue of Galamsey, it didn't start when this year wrestle.
But this is my
Never. I am not disputing the fact that Galamsey in Koso. Galamsey is as old as economy. Brunei the buyer or best to Gold Coast, no, any form of mining. So we had always had ways of mining our gold one way or the other. Galamsey has become a menace. And the reason is that you're big institutionalizing Galamsey. Of course, yes. Of course, yes. And I'll tell you why. When you have leading members of a certain political party, no more share, no more synconia, no more agree, say, wo far away, party ni here ska. See, I'm going to go na boa party. No, my penny or fast are individuals here, no. Hear no evil, speak no evil, punish no evil. No, my penny presided, that's the last uncle for Ikro, now, party ma ekwotiche even excavators no mbe ton crofo excavators say ton tomatoes or makola dwaso na abana nto na mu bia ya ntwe obia so institutionalize it when leading figures like Chemawun to me and then a pound for ehye kwaye mu aye yinanim ze kwaye de ye ntu agudi ohonomo ehye kwaye mu no mu to agudi no mo sai kwaye essential na ye nyina ye nim omo na ehu omo na ye wo proof ni evidence na still a chairman nam honomo no bia mbisa na hwe you fully institutionalize it na ye wa hemfo a omo bodwa efre omo mu to Galamsey omo mpesu aso nyina ze me bedi ma afe ti mo fesi kambra me fendi afe no na ye nyina ya so tie ye nim ye na ye nya na hwe we institutionalize it ye wo my penia obi dwa na nunka kire say what the presidency ebeto so na wakwati Galamsey na obi o show my penia na se ya hu no on evidence all this cow Galamsey for nten na my penia bona baso say yan hwe won ye boni bia nti de na no mentwe aso na wenu mu nyina achi say isu ni poto aba ka kire say o kwati Galamsey Akufo Addo has not shown any commitment against the fight against Galamsey. I
didn't know Bekan say one kasa wa maya dia to say Galamsey ni ansha CM free and
na make say
ansha CM free name pencil. Enti obi beka say for the first say oba bontin kra kan ho nsem it's one way of dealing with the issue.
Abai bi aba kan ho asem. Abai bi aba emra na me DC. The colleague back one no danger. President Mama under colleagues that am here ko chine betu because of Galamsey. No MCA. No MC, you could see no if in the district, a be lucky no one kind because of Galamsey. So I say, it is the commitment. You have no fun pamo be for, and your commitment are one and now the better. Where is the commitment on the fight against Galamsey? That's something traditional council. Sometimes I say, almost owe decay an apology, because the same decay in two for by or they count the same thing. So chiefs are part of some of these controversies. And if we need be it's in a Galamsey air course. We've heard chiefs themselves come to speak on some of the radio and TV stations, admitting. And I know 2-4, Nazia news file, the TO2 for voice, over and over and over. And I have so much respect for 2-4, for his boldness. Oh, to me, kickers answer, mono. So, Mama, shame or hey. Na ministers of state, so, na me ni hobby. And this ni any hobby. Na MPP are buying penny for Mama, shame or hey. 80% of Mama say, we na mo ye galam say, nibi. We were fans, I say, for a mokam, was mo ye be. And the 2-4 said it in black and white. One fancy. Now saying I'm going to Asante Region here. I'm going for a meeting. What were his comments? Say Kasa keke dia mama mbambe Kasa because muni mama mu ye behind Galamsey no. You know them. So punish them. Eba ye na kaba na ya chi won to me. So two Galamsey okwaye mu. Ene de na gina na kebu last week. Odwen say kwesi opare menya kokodu akokwaye ni mu bi. Wonnam ni krom che bia bonten so abia ye tu. Okote bi pa be bia ye tu ya kwa people dey say into Galamsey ni Galamsey. You say oh your penny. That's in koda we nanka. Na wanka ye kan nanka we for account kan you can say on the Galamsey no. Because if it's really tu no and tu ho na mo bia and he cannot tell us say on nam kwan so okote bia himfia okofo ikuma ofo penny fia ohun de ekoso. In 2016 Obeka no nam Galamsey sites. In 2016.
In 2020 election, you said Galamsey for being so to pick up the NDC for.
It's not true. Sure. It's not true. MB before Nigeria pick up what Galamsey for who. MB and I'm a referee. And my main cry, who was the president? Mama could share Galamsey for can be Mitchell. But in 2016, the flag bearer of the NPP. Yes, we track Galamsey. We didn't hear President Mama say that. But also
one can say President Mama can say Oba Nipa Yachichi or Motum because of Galamsey in Jobe.
No, you see, so Ochigan now they need two. Now Chinese, now China. Where is the fairness and justice? What's a foreigner? Aisha where China is on the uncle. Now Ghana need to share now. And you see, President Mama's argument was that. So what you question Paris to Galamsey? Maybe a small fish. And me and I mean too. Me were financier. So control financier now. Me yen a jumano. Na punish financier no. Because maybe I'm me too firm. Some small boys na kwatio no. What is their crime?
Say NDC ba abemo in 2025. Over topic Galamsey.
Can regulate Galamsey. Na yan say issue. And we have a solid plan. Oje people's manifesto nima. You developing the different youth manifesto from the Youth and Yedema Manifesto Committee. You know. We have a solid community mining plan. We'll be reclaiming lands before you are given a site to go and even work. You must first reclaim a land to go. And then we're also looking at alternative livelihoods. There was solid plan for the youth of this country. Because either Niger Delta issue, you know, if you don't handle it well, and the people begin to gangia power bebre. But when there are good alternatives, you know, me too hanomo. And so me too area no, na me reclaim near the hanoma mame. Na me ama means you. And there is a long chain. Wouldn't say in mining sites, there are people who treat the water in mining sites. So they recycle the same water and use it in washing. We can do same for the Galamsey area so that we don't end up spoiling water bodies. Under the visionary leader, President John Dramani Mahama, your manifesto committee, any Juma Yaje with community mining and mining. We will not end mining because mining is a but we will do it in a way say water bodies and I will not destroy our country like we are destroying.
So you will not stop Galamsey?
No, you see, there is a difference between illegal mining and legal mining. We will do legal mining and make sure no water body is affected. No water body will be affected. In other advanced countries, other advanced economies on mining, they don't touch water bodies. And that is the kind of innovation I had. And where water has to be used, those water that you use it, you recycle it and reuse it again. It is done. And there is technology to it. So we will bring it, you see, it is a chain now. There will be creating job opportunities for everybody. You have a group that will be reclaiming lands. You have a group that will be doing their mining. You have another group that will be taking care of water. And you have a group that will also be in charge of wastewater. No? And these are long chains of creating employment. When I say President Mahama has solutions to the unemployment problems facing these young people, he has been there before, he's done that, and he has a record. And he's learned valuable lessons are or the best be born my NB.
Foundation of this country go for bring that social Christopher no obodoso. So for ni bi akọ site o. Etumi akọ bompa e nkrofo ahyase e kekan say asofo no ma so dem kura no galamsi yes ne te ho ne ade. But say Christopher ne se edi Yankopon dia. I didn't know nkrofo asase e di asofo na tem say omo ko site wa akọ bompa e.
And I'll tell you why. When you have practical problems, you don't use prayers in solving them. In Bible, me Christo di pa, me Christo di mapa. You won't be too praise boom. I'm a question request. But when you have practical problems, open practical solutions to the problems. It is only when you lack ideas and are resorted to sign him with spirituality. Under President Kufuor, when we were lacking ideas, what did we see? A man I could through doom so. They are so for a could go a fraud saying, the water come up. Under President Mama, when we faced him, so what did he do? He built now plants. That is leadership. Under President Kufuor, Galamsey Air Koswa. Now, so for them, come Bompai said, they may move to Galamsey. No. Where is the practicality in it? Sabi. Logic being away. There is no logic in this. It's a practical problem. It's a challenge. It's a discipline problem. People are not doing things right. Let's crack the whip and punish people and let's resolve these problems. In Paibon, the discipline, Baba. I never solve the problem. No. When you lack ideas, then you resort to spirituality. That's the NDC will not do. That notwithstanding, in case in Paibo, will be here spiritual warfare to push you. But in farm Paibo and solve physical problems. You use practical solutions, tailored, measured to address challenges they confront. So,
okay.
And that is what the NDC is going to do.
Problem I know.
Your
friend George Opare Addo, ono NDC emebunu don for ono na amene twetwe enkomo aha no nche busua ma me nya woni emfansi na otwese ne ye besa transmedic ebusua ha na branding club ya me kwa ma ye di adwumadi na esi ne George Opare Addo no ye emebunu don for di ma NDC amanyoko na me no atwetwe enkomo as time goes on ye ne other aspirants ne bi enso ebetwetwe enkomo na mo di sade hu no to me at the Abromedica culture. So when it comes to the youth, you cannot go past George Opare Addo, Pablo, the only commander of the youth in the NDC. Now, what you send, good evening.